We got some stuff again.
Three, two, one, bro.
It's been too long since we've been in LA.
Talk about play
Dude, see, why would we ever leave here?
I don't know.
Should never do that again.
Nope, that's why we left.
What's up, everybody? My name is Nick Murphy.
I'm Mike Murphy.
We are the brothers Murph, and this is going to be our PAX Unplugged Haul video, which we originally weren't going to do because we were like, we're not going to get that much stuff at PAX.
Getting games, man.
What did we even get there? And then we were unpacking today, and we were like, oh, we got a billion things.
Got all of it.
Each time we were like, I'm not going to buy that much stuff.
Got it all.
I'm not going to buy that much stuff.
Yeah, so we decided, let's go through quickly and just talk about what we got. Some things we've played. Most of it we haven't. So I don't know if it's good or not, but we're just going to show you.
I guess we haven't played all. We played a lot of it.
No. I don't know. There's a lot of it we haven't.
Yeah. So we're going to go through and just find the games that we got, you know, what we got at PAX. And there will be a whole separate video about our PAX Unplugged review of the con itself.
Our thoughts of what we liked.
Yeah.
Things that we didn't and stuff. So one thing that's actually cool is randomly, right as we left, like everything started just getting shipped to our house.
Yes.
Which was really frightening because we live in Los Angeles in a fairly unsecured apartment complex.
It's easy to steal stuff that's on our doorstep.
Yeah, so we're like, cool. Fireball Island shipped about a day after we got, or arrived right after we left. So we're like, Fireball Island.
We're gonna be gone for like 2 weeks. Yeah,
right. And then Yellow randomly hit us up and they're like, hey, we're just gonna mail you some games. We're like, cool, man,
cool.
That won't be there. Then Ravensburger's just like, hey, you want to play Carpe Diem? We're gonna send it to you. And we're just like, sweet, man, that's great. Some people are going to have free Christmas gifts for their kids because none of those are going to be on our doorstep. But they all were on our doorstep.
Which is astonishing.
Unless someone stole our Dinosaur Island. I don't know if that's shipped yet.
I don't think it has, no.
Better not have.
Better not
be
have.
Very upset.
But nonetheless, so first things we got were a couple of things that we technically didn't get at PAX, but we got back from PAX, so why not show them in this video?
Jason. So from Yellow, we got Nessos, which is like a little trick-taking game.
Yep.
And
bluffing
with deception
game,
and bluffing. Yeah, bluffing game. There's this Bitbox, which...
8-bit box? I
have no idea what this is. But it's obviously very retro. It's all built to look kind of like, you know, old game systems. It's the first generation board game console. So, and there's like, it says 3 games inside. And there's 6 tri-joystick controllers. I have no idea what this is.
Excited though. I am very excited.
I'm very excited though because it's right into our nostalgic wheelhouse.
Yeah.
Then we got Decrypto,
which is a game we have played and like.
Quite like.
Yes.
I really enjoy this game. It's a kind of a team deduction game. Not social deduction necessarily, but kind of...
Not really, yeah, but...
It's kind of password with a twist where the 2 teams are giving clues about words, and so they know what's going on, and you're trying to figure out the sequence. It's a really interesting game that we will very likely play live. Maybe during our 24-hour stream or something. If we have
enough people for a team, for sure. Yeah,
this is a really fun, cool party game. Good for your game night when you get a lot of people together.
Yeah.
Decrypto. So that's what we got from Yellow, which is super cool. Thank you, Yellow, for that.
Something we got from Ravensburger is Carpe Diem. Still brand new in the shrink here. Just one of the ugliest games ever.
It is Uggo.
But here's the thing. Mike's a Feld guy now, so he's very excited about this guy. He's a Feld guy.
I'm such a Feld guy.
He's a Feld guy now.
I'm such a Feld guy. It's crazy.
And so... this is a game by Aaliyah and Ravensburger. It's the new Feld. I think it came out of Essen. People seem to really, really like it. It seems like it's going to be good. I'm very excited to play the game.
Z Garcia quite liked on the Dice Tower. And you know what? If you want to watch a review of this, go over to This Game Is Broken right now.
True.
By that I mean at the end of this video. Go to This Game Is Broken and check out Matthew Jude's review of this game. It got me really excited for it.
Me
so
too.
when Ravensburger said, like, hey, do you want Carpe Diem? I was like, yeah, I'm a Feld guy, so send it to me now. I'm really excited for that game. Matthew Jude did an awesome job. So don't forget, if you like us, go check out TGIB.
That's right.
All right, go subscribe.
Carpe Diem. Very excited about this lady. I feel like deals drugs. She just looks shady. Doesn't she look shifty? She's just like,
you're paying me money.
Check out the face.
She's like saying, you're gonna want this stuff.
I know you're paying for fish, but inside this fish is 2 kilos of cocaine.
Cocaine.
For sure.
Cocaine catfish.
For sure. Indeed. And the last thing we got that was on our doorstep was something that was released at PAX, so I maintain it makes sense, and that is, boom, Fireball
not Downforce Angels.
Island.
Got it. Another Restoration Games product.
Now, we have a lot more Fireball Island than just this. We have a couple other things. There's all that. That's not even all of it.
Floor.
It's not even all of it.
We got it all.
So here's the thing. Already on our channel, there should be an unboxing video of this. So if you want to see this unboxed and see what's all inside and all its glory, please go check out the unboxing video that came out earlier this week.
Yeah. You can see this thing that's still in the shrink opened and unwrapped, and then watch this again on 2 days later, but then it's back in the shrink, and none of it's open? What? Time really doesn't exist when you think about
Time
it.
makes no
It's
sense.
not real at all. But anyway, check out Fireball Island in all of its glory. It is incredible.
We demoed that game. That's mostly what we were doing at the con. We were working with Restoration Games, who is our sponsors, and we were demoing that game. We each probably demoed it at least like 25 times or so, and it was
really
a blast.
Fun,
so a real blast.
Yeah, people, you'll hear more about that in our PAX Unplugged kind of review recap.
So enough about all that. What are the games we got on our vacation? So we said we went to PAX, but the week before that we went home to Sacramento, California for Thanksgiving, and we got some stuff there as well.
Right.
So it's the whole vacation. This is all the stuff from the vacation.
Right. So the very first thing we bought was the day before we left. We had a kind of impromptu game night, and people have been telling us to get Gloom over and over. So, pow! Gloom. We said, Gloom, I've never seen it. And then someone said it's at the game store that you're at all the time.
For some reason, I thought it was like at least the King Domino size.
Yeah.
I didn't realize it was this small.
So we got Gloom right before we left.
There's a game everyone says we have to play on stream. I still don't understand. You've read the rulebook, right?
Yes.
Okay.
So there's storytelling. There's people who have very... you're trying to basically have the worst life. And there's like a lot of flavor and stuff. So you can say like, oh, you know, someone was crippled and then they got hit by a boulder and then also lost the lottery or something. You know, like there's just like different events and things. So it's like you get into the story of why people's lives are so dreadful.
Okay.
And you're trying to have the worst life.
Cool. People have been requesting this game probably more than anything else on our Twitch stream. So boom, we got it. It's gonna happen.
Boom, boom, gloom, gloom.
Boom, 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 gloom.
What else we get?
So then we got some stuff in Sacramento, California. Let me grab some stuff. We got it. We're big Rollin Right guys name. Now big Rollin Right guys. So we found this little Rollin Right at Great Escape Games in Sacramento. It's a great game store. If you're there, please check it out. It's wonderful. They just remodeled it. It's gorgeous.
Yeah, it's really nice.
Crisscross is a little Reiner Knizia game. It's a little roll and write where you are rolling these dice and they have 6 different symbols on them, and you're putting them in a 5x5 grid, and you're just trying to get as many of the same symbol in rows and columns as you can.
Yep.
That's it. It is uber simple.
It's like very Sudoku-y.
Kind of, yeah.
It's just a super simple. You're just putting symbols and you're just trying to, like I said, make as best situation as you can. And it's just a tricky little puzzle because it's easy to kind of like get a bunch of rows really good, but then your columns fall apart. And so you're trying to make them all pair up, and it's just kind of dealing with the luck of the dice.
It's a fun little game.
It's really fun. We've already played it with the chat, and they really enjoy it.
So we played this one on stream. Already did it once. It's fun. It's a great little game. Super easy. If you want to play it with us, follow us over on Twitch.
Indeed. Another thing that we got while at another not thrift store, but game store that was out in Old Town Folsom that our sister took us to, was Broom Service, the card game. This was one, I didn't even know this existed, to be honest. I
didn't know either.
And we were just out playing games, and we try to support stores if we go there. If we go to any physical store, we want to try to buy something from there. You know, it's one of our goals. So every time we go to Sacramento, we go to Great Escape Games. Always buy something. We bought a few things from there. And as we were cruising around, I didn't see anything that jumped at me immediately. And we're also thinking of like size because we're not even at PAX yet. So we don't want big, physically large games. And then we saw this like in the clearance section. It was like $8. It was discounted from $15. It was never expensive to begin with.
Yeah.
So I was like, dude, let's get it because we played Broom Service, the big game,
and really enjoyed it
over Halloween and really enjoyed it. It's a pick up and deliver game with like this whole mechanic of
kind of push your lucky, kind of in a weird way. Like
push your luck where you're trying to play cards. And then everyone has to kind of follow suit like a trick-taking game.
Yeah.
If you play that certain type of card. So this game basically takes that whole pushing your luck where if you're going to play cowardly or brave, playing brave is more valuable, but it's more risky.
Yeah.
Cowardly is safe, but not very powerful. It takes that and just this is what the entire game is. You don't worry about picking up and delivering things. You're just doing set collection with that. Going brave, going cowardly.
It takes like the first half of the game, throws out the second half, simplifies that even more, and then that's the game.
Yeah, exactly. So it's just really cool because you're trying to play the players. You know, you're trying to figure out do they have this card? Because if they have this card, I'm host.
Yeah.
But if they don't, I'm going brave.
Yeah, we played it with our brother and sister. It was really fun. I really liked it. It was a great little
really
game.
Fun, really fast. It's just a simple set collection game with that kind of trick-taking thing.
Yeah.
It's great. Versus the card game.
Speaking of Aaliyah Ravensburger Rollin Rights, we also got Castles of Burgundy, the Rollin Right game. So we actually played this game before we played Castles of Burgundy. We played this at our game night way back in the day. Someone brought it.
Yeah.
And we played it, and we liked it, but we never played Castles of Burgundy. We were like, oh, that was fine and stuff. And so
I didn't really even have a concept of Rollin Rights. That was
this was our first Rollin Right we ever played. So we saw it at the game store in Sacramento, and we were like, you know what? We liked that one decently then. I think we're gonna like it a lot more now because we like Rollin Rights. We like Castles of Burgundy.
Yeah,
let's get it. And we got it, and yeah, it's great. It's awesome. We're planning on playing this one on stream. We're gonna have to make a rules video. We're like Crisscross. We can just teach on stream. This one we have to make a little rules video for it. But we're gonna play this one on stream. It's a great little game. I like it a lot.
Indeed, yeah. Everyone's just kind of got their little duchy, and they're all trying to make the best of it based on the dice. You get little powers based on completing areas.
It's honestly pretty.
I think it really captures the essence of
with being being a different game. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Love it.
Boom.
And then what was the last thing, Mikey, we got while out of town?
Well, Nick, you know that we're Feld guys, right?
We're Feld guys.
We're also super Phil Walker Harding guys.
And we're also Matthew Jude review games guys.
Yeah, I'm starting to realize that. I don't know, that guy, he hypnotizes me a little bit. Mm-hmm. We now have 3 games that he's done reviews of, and they're pretty much based on his reviews.
Yes.
One of those games that I had no idea what this was. It's a Phil Walker Harding game. So he makes... like Barron Park, really light gizmos, really kind of great
Sushi Go,
great games to introduce mechanics.
Great family weight games, yeah.
It's like, you want to know what a drafting game is? Play Sushi Go. You're going to learn. You want to know what an engine builder is? Play Gizmo. So you're going to learn, Barron Park to get that kind of tile laying Tetris-y thing.
Yeah.
So this new one is called Gingerbread House. And it's a game where you're laying tiles and kind of building up this gingerbread house. And it's all about kind of grabbing combos based on the tiles that you place and activating things, and you're trying to capture woodland creatures like Hansel and Gretel and all the famous folk that you see in all these stories.
Yeah,
it's just really light, really just an interesting little puzzle.
Yeah,
and as Matthew Jude says in his review, it just kind of makes you smile as you're kind of like, you can put together some like super combo turns. And it's a very forgiving game in that it's just like, hey, if you have this combo, you just keep running going and roll it into the next thing, roll it into the next thing. And it's really satisfying pulling off those really awesome combos. And it gives you some little things to think about, little bit of end game scoring, things that you can gain throughout the game by completing whole levels of your house. Gingerbread House is awesome.
Delightful.
We were going to grab Gizmos, and then I saw this.
Yeah. Which is another Phil Walker game.
Yes. And I didn't even know this was out. And I told Nick, I was like, dude, like, Matthew Jude did this review. I watched it. It was really great.
Yeah, because I actually hadn't seen it at that point. Yeah.
And then we put together, it's like, oh, they're both Phil Walker Harding. So I was like, I really think we're going to like it. It's like, let's try it because we have...
It didn't hurt that we were about to go to a cabin for like 3 days.
Yeah.
And
so
we're like, this feels like a cabin game, you know? Like,
it's going to fit so well up there. And, it does. Gingerbread House is really fun.
It's great. So those are all the games we got before the con. As you can see, we got like 4 or 5 things before the con even started. And it was great. So now we're going to go to the games that we got at PAX.
Cool.
So where do you even start, Mike? Just grab something.
Oh gosh.
You got anything over there?
I got this right here. This is Koi. Koi is a cool program movement game.
Abstract strategy kind of.
Abstract strategy. Where you are koi in a little pond, and you're swimming around trying to eat dragonflies and frogs.
Yep.
And the person who eats the most wins because they get the most points. Dragonflies are worth 3 points, frogs are worth 1. So you're playing these cards where you do this program movement, and they might have arrows going straight, turn left, turn right, spin any direction, or jump a space. If there's things in blue, they're optional. Other things are not optional. And then there's also these cards that put in features in the pond, like rocks, which block movement, or lily pads, which will create more dragonflies in future rounds. So it's just an interesting game of trying to, I think it's something that we've realized, like program movement games, like programming games are tough.
They're tough.
They're really hard.
They're hard.
And this one, it has that difficulty and stuff, but it's ultimately a very beautiful game. Super
It does
gorgeous.
not hurt that it is one of the prettiest games I've ever seen,
The art is really incredible and stuff, so it kind of keeps you zen. And It was really fun. We've only played it once, but it's cool. They have a double-sided board for 1 and 2 player games.
Yep.
And then the bigger side for anything higher than that. So it kind of keeps... You want to kind of be on top of each other because you can kind of push each other around and mess with each other's life a little bit.
And there's like weather that goes on, which each turn you draw a weather card. And it might be like, it may add stuff, it may like get rid of stuff. So it's always different. And like there's 7 rounds, so 7 weather cards, but they give you 21. So you just shuffle and deal 7 randomly. So there's always some variability. You don't know what's going to come up. You don't know what cards you're going to get. So you have to adapt depending on like what programming cards you get. It was fun. It took about halfway for me to get kind of into it. I really liked it in the beginning, but I was just like, I'm not very good at programming games. It's very hard for me to like plan ahead like that. But like halfway through, I was like, okay, now I can do this. And I started getting really into it. And by the end of it, I was like, I really dig this. It's super fun. It's a great little abstract strategy game that, again, proves the point. Abstract strategy games should be pretty.
Don't make them
look
look
at how gorgeous this
is.
It doesn't need to be this pretty, but I'm so glad it is. It's
Why
lovely.
not, if you have the
Koi
option?
was great. I'm so glad we picked it up. We were kind of on the fence for a little bit. We were able to pick it up, and super glad we did.
Yeah.
Great game. Koi.
I knew I was sold on the art and stuff, and I'd seen a tiny little demo at Gen Con. It wasn't available then. And yeah, I'm glad we did it. Glad we pulled the trigger.
Speaking of koi fish, has nothing to do with that. Harvest Dice. Harvest Dice is a little Rollin Right game. We've been trying to get Rollin Rights. This one, I don't think we're going to be able to play with the chat, I don't believe, because it's a dice drafting kind of Rollin'
so you are
Right.
locked into the player count.
Yeah, you are. But nonetheless, it's a great little Rollin Right where you have a little grid and you are rolling these 3 die. They're orange, green, and red, and it's either carrots, lettuce, or tomatoes.
Tomatoes.
And you're putting them in a little grid, and you always have to put like carrots when you draft another carrot die. You have to put that carrot next to another carrot, and it's a great, really light little dice drafting Rollin Right. I would pick it up from Gray Fox Games. It's a delightful little game.
Yeah, it's really fun. It's just simple. You can like if you can't place a die, you get to feed your pig, and they eat pips. So however many pips you have on there, you feed them that many pips, and then you get little powers which help you place those vegetables and stuff. But it's like really light, really forgiving in its ways. Like, and there's this cool weight of like whatever dies left over, you add to the market. So the 3 types of vegetables will become more valuable based on how many times you don't use one of the dice.
Yeah.
So it does become this whole thing of like you want to get a lot of lettuce, but if you're always taking on the lettuce dice, you're not increasing the market value.
Yeah, exactly.
So it actually is some decent stuff to think about.
Yeah, and there's an easier side, and then there's like a more advanced side of the player board and stuff like that. They're both honestly pretty easy, but it's a great little game.
Yeah, really like it. Harvest Dice.
Yes. What's next, Mikey?
Dude.
Ooh.
We have The Thing.
Yes, indeed. This was one we were able to kind of just snag.
Yeah. You got lucky.
I don't really know much about this game, honestly.
I don't either. But here's the thing.
Mike loves The Thing.
I love The Thing. It's
do.
incredible. It's probably like my favorite horror monster movie because it stars Kurt Russell.
It does.
Kurt Russell's amazing.
Kurt Russell.
He's
Peak
got a
Russell.
fantastic old beard in that, and he's
does.
just awesome. And like The Thing I love because it's a horror movie, it's a monster movie, but it's just what it comes down to is human nature. It deals with human nature and paranoia, and the most dangerous thing is man. And so I don't know much about this. I'm sure other people do. I've heard people like it.
Let us know in the comments if you know it, like it. We have no idea. We kind of were able to kind of grab it. So
yeah, it's for 48 players and stuff by Mondo, and we're just excited to play it. So The Thing,
indeed, The Thing. All right, this is one that was specifically requested that we get by one of our good friends who loves Raiders of the North Sea, and that is Architects of that West Kingdom.
Pow, pow, pow.
Architects of the West Kingdom is in that same universe of like Raiders of the North Sea and like all those other games that everyone says aren't nearly as good. But Architects of the West Kingdom is a worker placement game. We haven't played it as of recording this, although I have read the rulebook. I read it on the plane ride home.
I'm really excited.
It seems really, really cool. It's worker placement, but you're placing a worker all over the place, but then your workers stay there. Each turn you place one worker, and then if you place a worker where you already have workers, it tends to make that spot more valuable. So it's like you go here,
investment.
Yeah, you go here to get stone, but if you already have 2 workers there, when you go there, you put a 3rd worker there, you get 3 stone or something like that.
That's cool.
And then you can like imprison people, and then you have to go get them back and stuff like that, and you can choose to be kind of like virtuous or like not virtuous, and there's definitely benefits to like both, and it seems super interesting. Some of our followers in our Discord were saying like they really dig it. It's fast. It's
cool.
It's really good. I'm so excited about this one.
I'm really excited by the idea that like you can lose virtue, but then you can gain access to like the black market. You can start buying and trading materials and stuff, which might like lower your reputation. But then there's like the tax man, you know, the government's out there getting your money, and if you have like low virtue, you don't have to pay taxes.
Yeah, exactly.
If you become like high virtue, there's benefits there, but you're all highfalutin and have to pay all your money, and you can't go to the black market.
Can't go to the black market anymore. Yeah.
So it's just I'm just excited to delve into all of that of like the reputation.
Very cool.
Yeah.
It seems very, very cool. I'm very excited about this. I love this artist. The look of all these games.
It's so cool.
The board is so pretty. Like, I just love it. Architects of the West Kingdom. I'm very excited. Very excited. What you got, Mikey?
Next, I've got
my heart.
Little Scythe.
My heart.
So this
Mike,
is the game.
we have Scythe.
We have Scythe, Nick.
Why do we have this?
I don't know.
Because it's delightful.
Because it's delightful and cool stuff. You can have it for heck a cheap.
They did.
So
they did.
We played this over Halloween and really liked it, man. Like,
it's fun.
It was just really delightful. It's just bright, and it has all of the kind of core of Scythe, but it lightens it all up.
Yeah.
It makes it easy. It makes it easy to understand. It's a really beautiful board.
Oh.
The minis were painted, and I know you're going to paint these. I'm
very excited to paint these ones.
I don't know. I like that you can just play the game quicker. It's easier and stuff, more streamlined. And so, like, you know, we're not kids, but I want this game for teaching. Honestly, you know, I like it.
So if I want to play if I want to play Scythe, but I don't have the mental fortitude or the time, we can play this and it feels like Scythe. Yeah. It really does. It's a much more simplified, streamlined version of Scythe, but it feels like Scythe. And honestly, if you want to introduce Scythe to people, this is a really good way to do that in terms of like I want to play Scythe with like my husband or my wife or, you know, my friends or with these people, but it's just too much because Scythe is a lot the first time you play it, even if you're an experienced gamer. This is a great way to play this, then play Scythe, and they'll go like, oh, okay, I get it, because this is so much easier to understand.
I think it's a good tool to have ready so that you can help kind of introduce it. It's cute. It's beautiful.
So cute.
I love that you can have pie fights. I like that friendship is the way that you can instead of popularity. It's awesome. It's just it made us smile like no one's business when we played it. And so, you know, and it can still play 1 to 6 players. So boom. My Little Scythe. Why not?
This is a game that we were able to get that I'm very excited about. We played a little bit in the airport, and that is Keeflo. We ended up playing almost all of this at the airport. Keeflo is another game by Richard Breeze in the Key World, Cathedral, and Keeper, I don't know, there's so many of them. Keeflo is the latest one. This is a lot like...
Masabi?
Yeah, Masabi.
Not very well.
This is very, very similar to Keyflower, which is a game that we have played that we both really enjoyed.
Yeah.
And this is a game that originally they said when they were designing it was going to be named Keyflower the card game because it's very like Keyflower. But then enough stuff changed. Like, you know what? Let's make it its own game. So we got it for that reason because we were like, look, we really like Keyflower. This is here. It seems cool. It seems interesting. We played a decent amount of it the other day at the airport, and I dig it. I dig it hard. It's super fun. I mean, it is great.
It's super fun. We got right into the beginning of winter. And so, like, the cool thing is, and again, if you've played Keyflower, you're going to know, like, what's going on here. It is the same game, but instead of doing, like, auctioning for tiles and stuff, it's drafting cards to build out your little city. But then you have, like, Keepo cards to activate those spaces, and you can activate your neighbors and stuff. So it has all the flavor of Keyflower. I don't know. It's super fun.
It's a little simpler, a little more streamlined.
Yes, a little bit. Just because you don't have to deal with it speeds it up because you don't have to deal with auctions going on and on and on. You know what I mean? So
and then you have all your hexes and stuff. They all have to be the roads have to make sense. Making the roads make sense, and this is a lot easier.
Yeah.
But it's great. I think Keyflower is the same way, but it's kind of got that Seven Wonders thing where it plays 2 to 6, but the time doesn't really change because. Yeah. I can activate stuff in my village, I can activate stuff in your village, and then in Mary's village right here, but that's it. I can't go around me. It's only your immediate neighbors. So, in a 6-player game, it doesn't matter because everyone only has 2 people they're interacting with ultimately.
And it's drafting, so everyone's got the cards.
And it's just...
passing and...
it was really cool. I dug it hardcore. Yeah. I'm super excited to sink more of my teeth into it.
Yeah, and it's just the really cool thing of like in the first 2 seasons, you go through like a year. In spring and then summer, there's a lot of production cards. All your cards are going to help you produce materials.
It's like Keepo that way,
but then fall and winter shift into scoring.
Yeah.
So you got to get the right cards kind of down so that you have some things to activate, and then you need to move materials around and stuff like that to make all of your different cards score. So this is going to be a game where it's really going to come down to the end scoring. I feel like it's going to be like 30 minutes of gameplay and like 45 of just trying to figure out like how to maximize your score. So like that's one thing to keep in mind is like you could get into like no I'm gonna use this card over here.
You can start min-maxing it and stuff like that.
Yeah, so but it's like it's really cool. So I'm really excited to play it more.
Super dig it.
Keep low.
All right, Mike, what's next?
It's all you, man, because I've just got more Fireball Island.
Hey. Okay, then I think we only got 1 or 2 more things.
Sweet.
This is a game where this is the game more, especially you. I mean, I was in it too, but you wanted it more. We were bugging Bruce at North Star Games basically daily, being like, is it going to be there? Is it going to be there? And that is the Quacks of Quedlinburg, or Quacky von Quackenstein, as we call it.
Dackle.
It's won the Kenner Spiel this year. It's great. It's great. This is the game we were like, if we're going to get one game at PAX, it has to be this if it's there. The only game we wanted, only game we cared about was the Quacks of Quedlinburg.
Yeah, man, I just wanted it because it's fun. I had such a fun experience playing it. I got to play it with like Eric Summerer and Dave Luza and Justin from Restoration Games. Yeah. All these people. It was all in the night before Dice Tower Con officially started. So we're like seeing all these people and hanging out for the first time in person and blah, blah, blah. And like, it was just like an amazing experience. And then it all was wrapped around playing the Quacksalber from Quedlinburg at the time, the German version, and Dave was kind of like helping us along with the translations and stuff. And it's just a straight up press your luck game. You're basically trying to like brew potions in these cauldrons, and you have different ingredients that you're pulling out randomly from a bag. Certain ones will make your cauldron explode. So you're trying to go as far as you can toward the outside, push your luck as far as you can without blowing up your cauldron. But the cool thing is, like, if you blow up your cauldron, it's like not the end of the world. Nah. It's just a minor setback. And there's just these different little ingredients you can buy each round, which help, you know, activate. All of the things have different powers and stuff like that. So there's a lot of variability in the game. There's all these events cards that come out every round that are like cool because none of them are bad.
No,
they just like change a rule for the game or just give you something. So like it's very light, very fun. Can be frustrating because you buy all these tiles or these little tokens and you don't pull any of them out.
Nope.
You know, but it's like, well, that's the point. Yeah. It's a press your luck game. It's chaos. It's kind of random. Yeah. It's Quacks of Quedlinburg.
Quacks of Quedlinburg. 2 last things we got aren't games, but they're cool. We got these cool Game Topper tote bags that Berkey gave us.
Wow.
They're cool kind of like little game bags to put your games in and stuff like that.
Super
We got
cool.
a bunch of these, and we're going to be giving away some of them on stream periodically. Game Toppers is what we're sitting at right here. It's a great way to upgrade your gaming experience. Check out GameToppersLLC.com.
Bow, bow, bow.
Love it. Game Toppers, Berkey is the best. Cool little bag. We got a bunch we're giving away. And then something that Tom Vass of the Dice Tower has been promising to give us is somewhat similar, the Game Canopy. Also a big square game bag type thing. It's got Dice Tower on the front and stuff like that.
We've been delivered upon in terms of getting to our game nights. It's going to be easier now that we've got like all of these awesome totes and stuff.
Yeah.
So it's going to be cool. And again, we're going to be giving away these, especially if we ever give away games. They're probably going to come in one of these bad boys to help you with your game nights. You can carry these in various ways. And yeah, Tom kept saying, I'll get you this thing. And I didn't believe it, but now we have it.
He's like, you have one of these? I'm like, no, you've been promising it to us for like a year.
This guy.
Which is no worries. So that I think is it, right? That's all we got?
That's a lot of stuff. We thought we didn't have much.
We got to reorganize our whole shelves.
If any of these games look interesting to you, if you want to see us live stream any of these games, please let us know in the comments below. We're always looking for suggestions. If you have or have played any of these games, please tell us which ones you like, why you like them. Leave all those in the comments below. And don't forget to thumb up this video. And Nick is going to be doing that maker kit, which is for Fireball Island. He's going to be doing that live on our stream.
That's true.
At twitch.tv/TheBrothersMurph. You can find out when and where we're going to be doing that on Twitter and all that jazz. Yep. Anyway, thanks for checking out our game haul, and we'll see you in the next video.
We will. Bye-bye.
I know we're being loud. Why?
I know. That could have been for us. Whatever. Bye, everybody.
Hey guys, I just want you to know that we have a Patreon, and I'm hanging in here waiting for the next patron, so maybe you guys can help me out before I fall, because I don't have much strength, man. I might go down. Also, you can subscribe to us. I feel really unsafe. I think I'm gonna fall.
Mike.
Huh?
What are you doing? You're attached to a rope.
Well, yeah, but it still looks dangerous.
Like that rope can hold up a Camry. You can just let go, you know.
Can I?
Yeah, you'll be fine.
Are you sure? You want to see?
You shouldn't just. Yeah, you're fine.
Oh.
You're fine. You shouldn't, you know, abuse the Patreon thing like that, you know.
Yeah, you're right. You know what? I need to be taken down a peg or two. Can you lower me?
Lower?
Sorry. You can still subscribe if you want.
Yeah, you know.
You can upgrade your game experience with Game Toppers LLC if you want.
Yeah.
Or check out Restoration Games. But you know what? Don't do it for me and my fear-mongering tactics. Okay, well, you know what?
Hey, that was on you.
Did you see
that?
that?
Was on you.
Did you see that? That's on record.